Welcome back to our new video, that is MCQs on bacterial disease, and this is the part 3 of the series of videos on bacterial diseases. Okay, so the first question, that is number 41, is which of the following bacterial fever is often associated with lysogenic bacteriophage? And the options are option A diarrhea fever, option B scarlet fever, option C dengue fever, option D high fever, and the right answer is option B, that is scarlet fever. So scarlet fever, which is a bacterial fever, is often associated with lysogenic bacteriophages. Okay, so the right answer is scarlet fever. So move on to the next question, that is number 42, is which of the following virulence trait is or are associated with streptococcus pneumoniae? And the options are option A capsular polysaccharide, option B pneumolysine, option C both A and B, option D neither A nor B, and the right one is option C, that is both A and B is the correct answer or correct trait, that is correct virulence trait, which is associated with streptococcus pneumoniae, that is capsular polysaccharide and pneumolysine. Okay, so next question है number 43, that is streptococcus pneumoniae recommended treatment include option A penicillin G and cefotaxime, or option B ofloxacin and ceftriaxone, option C both A and B, option D neither A nor B, and the right one is option C, that is both A and B is the correct answer or correct treatment, recommended treatment for streptococcus pneumoniae, and that are the penicillin G and cefotaxime, and option B, that is ofloxacin and ceftriaxone. Okay, so number 44, question number 44 is symptoms associated with typhoid fever caused by Salmonella typhi is or are option A fever and headache, option B abdominal pain or anorexia and malaise, or option C both A and B, or option D neither A nor B, and the right one is option C, that is both A and B is the correct answer. So symptoms associated with typhoid fever caused by Salmonella typhi is or are fever and headache and abdominal pain, anorexia and malaise. Okay, so move on to the number 45. Question number 45 is Salmonella typhi foodborne infection can be treated by ceftriaxone and trimethoprim, or option B, that is sulfa methoxazole or ampicillin, or option C both A and B, or option D neither A nor B, and the right one is option C, that is both A and B is the correct for Salmonella typhi foodborne infection. That is the correct treatment for Salmonella typhi foodborne infection, and the options which are correct, that is option A, option B, and that is number C, that is both A and B is the correct one. So move on to the number 46, that is tuberculosis is often seen associated with homeless people, malnourished and alcoholics, or option C minorities, immigrants and prison populations, or all of the above, and the right one is option D, all of the above are correct one about the tuberculosis which is often associated with, that is in homeless people, malnourished and alcoholics, and in minorities, immigrants and prison populations. Okay, so move on to the next question, that is number 47, that is Gons complex is associated with infection of bacterium, that is options are Legionella pneumophila, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, Bordetella pertussis, or Helicobacter pylori, and the right one is option B, that is Mycobacterium tuberculosis. So Gons complex is associated with infection of bacterium. Okay, so next question देखेंगे. So next question is traveler's diarrhea is associated by caused by Shigella and Salmonella or Yersinia. Enterocolitica, or Campylobacter jejuni, or Escherichia coli? And the right one is option D, that is Escherichia coli. So traveler's diarrhea is caused by Escherichia coli. Okay, so move on to the next one, that is the toxin produced by enterotoxigenic Escherichia coli is heat stable enterotoxin, or heat labile enterotoxin, or both A and B, or neither A nor B. And the right answer is option C, that is both A and B. So the toxin produced by enterotoxigenic Escherichia coli is heat stable enterotoxin and heat labile enterotoxin. Okay, so number 49, question number 49 is, person infected with Mycobacterium tuberculosis develops type 1 hypersensitivity, cell-mediated immunity due to phagocytosis by macrophages, or allergic response, or eosinophilia. And the right one is option B, that is cell-mediated immunity due to phagocytosis by macrophages. So person infected with Mycobacterium tuberculosis develops cell-mediated immunity due to phagocytosis by macrophages. Okay, so question number 50 is, symptoms associated with tuberculosis includes fever, fatigue, and weight loss, or option B, that is bloody sputum, option C, persistent cough, or all of the above, option D. So the right one is option D, that is all of the above. So symptoms associated with tuberculosis includes fever, fatigue, weight loss, bloody sputum, or persistent cough. All of these are correct about the symptoms of tuberculosis. So move on to the next question, that is question number 51. So anthrax transmitted to humans by direct contact with infected cattle, that is number question option A, option B infected bird, option C infected fish, option D infected all of the above. And the right one is option A, that is infected cattle. So anthrax disease that is transmitted to humans by direct contact with infected cattle. So next question देखेंगे, that is number 52. So the question is, dental plaque formation begins with the initial colonization of the pellicle by Streptococcus pneumonia, Streptococcus oralis, and Streptococcus mites. And option B, that is Streptococcus gordoni, Streptococcus oralis, and Streptococcus mites. And option C, that is Streptococcus mites and Streptococcus pneumonia. And option D, that is Streptococcus oralis and Streptococcus gordoni. So the right answer is option B, that is Streptococcus gordoni, Streptococcus oralis, and Streptococcus mites. All are the responsible for dental plaque formation. Okay, so move on to the next one, that is question number 53. So treatment associated with tuberculosis includes isoniazid and rifampin, that is option A. So option B is ethambutol and pyrazinamide, and option C, that is both A and B, or option D, neither A nor B. So the right answer about the treatment associated with tuberculosis includes, that is option C, that is both A and B is the correct one. Okay, so move on to the next question, that is question number 54. So question 54 is, BCG stands for, it is a vaccine, stands for Bacilli calmette guerin, or boys and child goiter, or option C, that is Bacillus chronic gonads, or option D, none of the above. And the right one about the BCG is option A, that is Bacilli calmette guerin. Okay, so move on to the next one, that is question number 55. So epidemic louse-borne typhus is caused by option A, Legionella pneumophila, option B, Rickettsia prowazekii, or option C, Bordetella pertussis, or option D, Helicobacter pylori. So the right answer is option B, that is Rickettsia prowazekii. So epidemic louse-borne typhus is caused by Rickettsia prowazekii. So move on to the next one. That is question number 56 is vacuolitis is often associated with option A Legionella pneumophila, Rickettsia prowazekii, or Bordetella pertussis, or Helicobacter pylori. And the right one is option B, that is Rickettsia prowazekii, which is associated with vacuolitis. Okay, so the next one is, that is 57. So epidemic murine typhus is caused by Legionella pneumophila, Rickettsia typhi, or Bordetella pertussis, or Salmonella typhi. And the right one is option B, that is Rickettsia typhi. So epidemic murine typhus is caused by Rickettsia typhi. Okay. So the next one is question number 58. So epidemic murine typhus is prevented by rat control, avoidance of rat, both A and B, or neither A nor B. And the right one is option C. There is both A and B is the correct answer about the epidemic murine typhus, which is prevented by rat control and avoidance of rat. So question number 59 देखेंगे. So question number 59 is Salmonella typhi foodborne infection can be prevented by purification of drinking water, milk must be pasteurized, or carriers restriction for food handling and isolation of patients, and option D, all of the above. So the right answer is option D, that is all of the above should be the prevented measures. So Salmonella typhi foodborne infection can be prevented by all of this way, that is purification of drinking water, pasteurization of milk, and carriers restriction for food handling and isolation of patients. Okay, so move on to the last question of this video, that is question number 60. So that is septic shock caused by gram-negative enterotoxin or LPS is possible in case of infection caused by Escherichia, Klebsiella, and Enterobacter, or Pseudomonas aeruginosa, or both A and B, or neither A nor B. And the right answer is option C. That is both A and B is the correct about septic shock caused by gram-negative endotoxin or LPS. Okay, so these are all questions, all 20 questions of this part of video, that is part 3 of for MCQs on bacterial disease. Okay, so thank you for watching this video.